What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So this is the third video of the week, and you still have one more tomorrow. Today's Thursday for you guys. For me, it's still Monday. Cameron called me. Great. Actually, you probably haven't seen it. Monday, September 21st, and Cameron called me 1 hour ago, and I missed it because I was recording videos. Damn it. So right now we're gonna be reacting to Mark Rober. Saved probably the best for last. His videos always bang views. One day. Fuck. God damn, that hurt so bad. I just smacked the crap out of my fingers on my desk. God damn, that one was bad. That one's bad because it actually forcefully smacked it. Alright, so one day, 7.1 million views. That is crazy. The only other person who I think bangs the numbers like this is Mr. Beast. And even then, I'm not sure. He pulls half his subscribers in one day. I think the only video that did that was my best video ever, the one that passed 300 views not that long ago, which is my first reaction video to Jack Sucks at Life getting the diamond play button. But that video just popped. I think it got almost 100 views in one day, and I'm right now obviously at 180 almost. Maybe we are. I don't know. Actually, let me check. At the time that I'm recording this, I'm gonna tell you exactly at how many subscribers we are at. We are at 179. Wait, focus up. Focus. God damn it, it doesn't focus. But I hope you trust me. Yep. 179 subscribers right now. Maybe we hit 180. That'll be absolutely great. Thank you so much. So, arguably about one half of the views it pulled in one day. Same as Mark Rober, but that was my best video ever. This blew the heck up. And this is his average video. So, I don't know what to tell you. Let's just go to Mark Rober channel. Check out quickly the views that he gets. 28, 42. And this is live streams. All of them are live streams. 17 mil, 19 mil, 23 mil, 49 mil. Bro, that is nutty. That is nuts. So his videos are probably, his content out of everybody who I'm subscribed to is probably the best content quality wise. I'm doesn't mean that I enjoy his content the most, but quality wise, his content is top tier. Top tier. And I know I said in the video before last one, so on Tuesday, I said that I'll put this painting up, and I didn't because I forgot, because my brain doesn't work. But yeah, right now we're going to be watching the world's largest Devil's Toothpaste explosion. Interestingly enough, he used to hold the world record for elephant's toothpaste, and then David Dobrik took it, and I think he's trying to take it back. And I think Devil's Toothpaste, the only difference between an elephant toothpaste and a Devil's Toothpaste is in the components in it. And the Devil's Toothpaste has a larger explosion, I would say, and the reason why is because it has more reactable chemicals in it. Last time he tried to do it for the kids, so he had to do a quite safe version of it. Let's get into it. I'm so excited.
This is me reclaiming my title for the world's largest and tallest elephant tooth.
I forgot to put myself in a corner because that's where I belong, as I always say. Arizona sponsor me. Literally no reason why I said that right now. Oh, I messed up. Now the video is in the corner. You're seeing all sorts of behind the scenes, guys. Yo. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, why am I screening out so much? There we go. And me in the corner. What's funny is I don't usually cut stuff out, so you're gonna see this unless I really mess up, like I did a couple of days ago. But we don't talk about that. This is a new day. This is a better day. Let's get into it.
2, 1.
That already looks
reclaiming
crazy.
my title for the world's largest and tallest elephant toothpaste experiment.
Yep.
And this is a totally different kind of reaction we discovered in all our experimentation called devil's toothpaste, which is insanely reactive and super dangerous.
Yo.
I'll explain why in a minute, but for now, here's a hint. Wow. And if you look closely in both shots, I'm not holding the trigger. This kid is. In fact, that kid was the whole reason we were there at all, because this was a culmination of 8 months of planning to throw him the most epic birthday party ever. And all of this started inadvertently from a single surprise phone call.
Bro.
What's up, Fletcher?
Oh my god.
May I?
What's
Bro.
going on, buddy?
What?
Bro.
Man.
They just got better?
This is Fletcher. And this is also Fletcher a year before this call, but unbeknownst to everyone at the time, also pictured here under all that amazing hair was a fast-growing brain tumor. They eventually realized something was wrong and discovered it was a dangerous form of brain cancer so rare he was only the 6th kid ever known to have had it. So
Oh,
his family
yeah.
uprooted their lives
Yeah,
for a
I
year
heard of
and
it.
moved almost 1,000 miles to be closer to St. Jude, where they removed the tumor and would try and fix his brain. In fact, our call was the night before he was going back in for another brutal week of chemo. He's such a funny kid, and I was so inspired by his hopeful attitude that after talking for an hour, I secretly vowed that if he made it to 13 years old, I would fly him and his family out and surprise him with just the dopest birthday party ever.
That
And
is
not
sick.
long after, I texted Fletcher this picture. So he knew we had closely matching hairstyles, but what he didn't know is that plans were already underway for him and I to take back the record for the world's largest elephant toothpaste.
That is
And as a quick
insane.
refresher, last summer, my buddy Science Bob and I set the world record for elephant toothpaste by filling up an empty swimming pool.
Yep.
I wanted to be able to swim in the foam afterwards, so we figured out how to use yeast as the catalyst, which is in fact safer, but it doesn't react very fast. And our video
I told ya.
seemed to inspire some folks, because 2 months later, this happened in David Dobrik's backyard, where they didn't bother with the yeast and just took the normal reaction and scaled it up a bunch. But then a few weeks later, these guys in Brazil did the largest experiment yet, and they are the current Guinness World Record
Oh,
holders.
wow.
And so even though Fletcher's birthday was
I didn't
still
know
8
about the
months
Brazil
out,
ones.
we started our testing right away, because I knew blasting a world record amount of foam straight up into the sky wasn't as easy as it might sound.
Yep.
And the part that concerned me the most was picking the right nozzle size. And here's what I mean. These 3 containers are identical except for the diameter of their outlets. If
Yep.
that diameter is too large, it looks kind of cool, but it doesn't really go that high. Too
Yep.
small, and it will go high, but it just looks like confetti and doesn't look that impressive. But for every container, there is a Goldilocks size diameter opening that gives you
Wow.
that cool laminar looking flow
Wow.
while still going
This
pretty
looks
high.
3D
And you
printed,
might
by
think,
the
well,
way.
why don't you just take a
That's
typical
nice.
flask that works so well and just scale all the dimensions up? And we tried that on our first 5-foot scale test.
Yeah, this is confetti.
And just as I feared, it went all confetti on us. And the
Yep.
problem is illustrated here. If you want to scale up and double all the dimensions of the block, you get this. It's perfect. All these dimensions increased exactly by a factor of 2. But
Yep.
wait a sec. The volume increased by a factor of 8. This is called the squared cube law, and its effects are everywhere in nature, such as putting a hard limit on just how big land animals can be.
Damn.
Because how heavy you are is a function of your volume, but the strength of your muscles and bones is a function of their cross-sectional area.
Yep.
So since animals evolved to get heavier by the power of 3, but stronger by only the power of 2, at some point, it's just too much. So
Yep.
on the next 5-foot test, we increased the top diameter by a mere 3.5 inches. But now the pendulum swung too far the other way because while the column looked smooth, it didn't really go that high.
Yep.
And so finally for the 3rd test, we let the pendulum swing back just a tad and
I
shaved
just
down
love the way
that
the guy
diameter by just over an inch to try and dial in that Goldilocks outlet size. And
Almost.
sure enough, the column went really high and looked great. But this test uncovered another issue. With such a high volume of foam, the pressure was creating some really high forces in the flask. I mean, that's a lot of damage, which, quite frankly, left us with only one option.
Flex tape.
And so with the power of flex tape, we scaled things up even further to a 10-foot test and did our best to interpolate that Goldilocks outlet size.
Flex tape did not hold up. Oh my god, the guy got blasted.
So once again, the outlet size worked great,
Poor
but
guy.
our joint construction wasn't prepared for the further scaled up forces. In fact, score a fat W for the flex tape, where you could see it single-handedly held the thing together, even as the screws and wood busted through. And we were realizing we just had to make the structure so over-engineered and indestructible, so the only option for the foam to escape the high pressure would be going out the top. And so while that wasn't a perfect result, I felt like we'd learned enough from all of our failures to design it strong enough for the final 20-foot world record version. In the end, we ran over 150 tests, not only to determine the right scaled up flask dimensions, but things like, does neck length have an effect? What happens if you vary the soap amounts? What effect do different brands of food coloring have? All of these tests were really insightful, but perhaps the most interesting finding was stumbling upon something I've affectionately named Devil's Toothpaste. Now you might be thinking, Devil's Toothpaste? That seems a bit extreme, Mark, but allow me to demonstrate. This is a shoebox full of the standard formula of hydrogen peroxide, sodium iodide, and soap that pretty much everyone uses to make elephant toothpaste. Now here's the same volume of reactants, only this time using Devil's Toothpaste. Now see if you can spot the difference in real time.
That's world record. Yo,
not only is it hyperreactive, but the reaction is much hotter, so you get these really cool bubble formations.
Oh, that's sick.
Here's one more. Once again, this is normal elephant's toothpaste in an Erlenmeyer flask. No big deal, people have been doing this for years. But once again, here's the same volume of reactants, now only with Devil's Toothpaste.
Bro.
And given how explosive this
is insane.
This may be irresponsible of me, but while we watch the replay, I'll tell you exactly how to make it. You start with 2016. Once that mixes, you're gonna Winfrey. A torch on the leftover rabbit fur, and you're good to go. And so by taking some rigorous safety precautions, we also
Oh, okay. So he doesn't want to say it because it's like too dangerous, maybe?
Winfrey. A torch on the leftover rabbit fur, and you're good to go. And so by taking some rigorous safety precautions, we also intended to set the first and therefore only world record for the world's largest Devil's Toothpaste experiment by filling 6 55-gallon drums with 400 times the amount that broke the flask here. And so after 150 tests and 8 months of work, feeling much more confident about our build plans and chemistry, we packed everything up and made our way to the small farming town of Gridley, California. We chose Gridley because our family friend Dale graciously agreed to let us use his land, which is full of hundreds of acres of walnut trees. No, don't even think about it, Fat Gus. He also had a great backyard we could make use of. And so with only 4 days left till Fletcher was flying out for the party, we got to work on a 20-second build montage.
That is insane.
And it took 4 consecutive 14-hour back-breaking days of labor in the hot sun, because with so much time to plan the most epic birthday party ever, I just kept adding more and more ideas to the list we would need to pull off. So in addition to building the indestructible 20-foot flask and the Devil's Toothpaste dumping mechanism, we also needed to make a methane bubble fountain, a 3D bubble printer, a fire tornado, a slip and slide into a pool, and an epic bubble pit. And even though I brought my buddies, it was cool to see this turn into a modern-day small-town USA barn raising. If we needed extra hands or a piece of equipment, 10 neighbors were there like instantly to help us out. And so the morning of the big day, there was still a lot of last-minute scrambling, but things were looking pretty good.
I'm seriously so nervous right now. I love pranks, and a surprise is like the most wholesome type of prank. So I haven't been able to sleep for days just thinking about this, like every last detail to how this will go down.
And so with only 1 hour left, we did one final test run on everything. First, the Devil's Toothpaste.
A perfecto!
And then the 20-foot flask. For the real reaction, the peroxide would fill the whole bottom pool where John was standing, and then the troughs would dump over all the catalyst at once, sort of like this. And I should mention, Guinness only lets you choose one world record category per event, so we were going for the tallest, but when we did the math to scale up the flask to the arbitrary height I picked of 20 feet, and this is a true story, it was exactly 1 gallon less than the folks in Brazil who set the world record for the largest. And so don't mind me while I set these 2-gallon containers right here. And so as people started gathering for the surprise, I hit the hardened streets of Gridley, California to look for some kind of last-minute disguise.
No way, that is so sick.
And so after a bit of a warm-up, because these are all moves I can for sure do, and that's definitely me in the costume, the moment I had spent the last 8 months planning for had finally arrived.
I actually thought it was him.
And the cover story for the kids is they were coming to tour a walnut farm of a distant relative.
I was gonna be even a bigger fanboy than I am right now.
And to provide a good juxtaposition, I wanted him to feel as awkward as possible for this part. And then when we gathered for the picture, I snuck up right behind him and took off my mask.
All right, cool. What do you guys want to do next? What should we do?
His sister Isla also had no idea any of this was gonna happen.
That is sick. That is so sick.
What up, buddy? How are you? Get in here.
Yo.
I'm the boy.
That is nuts.
What's up, dude?
That is awesome. Mark Rober is amazing.
I'm making videos. I'm the Gridley mascot.
Mascot.
To really stretch out the surprise, I wanted him to think I was only there to drop in and say hi. So I had Dale suggest that I take the kids for a ride in his dune buggy. To which I reluctantly agreed, because, you know, I'm a busy guy.
I could do it. Like 15 minutes. You guys want to go for a razor ride? Is that cool? Let's get the whole crew. Your sister? I had about like a half an hour, so it's good to meet you in real life.
Yo, that is so sick, bro.
Don't tell Mom! Not a word, I'm good. Watch out for walnuts. Oh, a single walnut grows in one of these, which is crazy to me. All of those are just a single walnut.
Yo. That is insane.
As we pulled up the driveway, I stopped the dune buggy in a precisely predetermined location where the view of the 20-foot flask was obscured by the truck.
I heard it was your birthday, so I got you something simple.
Well, tomorrow's my real birthday.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. I'm 1 day off. So Fletch, I gotta come clean, buddy. You and I today are gonna set a Guinness World Record for the world's tallest elephant toothpaste.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me?
You are currently in a YouTube video. I want you to wave to your 20 million of your newest friends.
Hello.
Yo, that is insane.
We're gonna put all the elephant toothpaste in there and just blast it in the air.
Yeah,
That is
I
so
got
awesome.
15 minutes.
I actually fully cleared my schedule.
Oh my god.
With the surprise fully
That
and
is
successfully executed, my heart rate finally lowered a bit, and I gave them a preview of all the cool stuff we had lined up for the party. Then we headed to the backyard where he saw the setup and his mom.
You are devious.
Because at this point it had sunk in that there would be no Walnut Farm tour, and that her and I had been conspiring for months. For now though, it was time to party.
That is so nuts. That is gnarly. That is amazing. That is... I'm speechless. That is sick. Yo, Mark Rober doing flips. That's sick. Yo. What? 3D printing bubble machine. You're kidding. Front flip. Elephant toothpaste. Ow, I think that one hurt. I think that one hurt.
Before we busted out the flaming bubbles or the bubble pit, we headed across the street to check out the world's first and therefore largest devil's toothpaste experiment.
Yo.
Here we go, Fletcher! 3, 2, 1.
Yo, that is insane. That is sick. But this is not the end. There's way more.
Science Bob came over and hooked us up with the slow-mo shot.
That is, like, the colors, everything in his videos are so nicely planned out. It is insane. I don't know why he has the YouTube Mark Rober on the bottom screen. Cause like you're watching this on YouTube, so like, unless he puts it on his website, maybe. That is awesome.
This shot was from a GoPro on rails, and we weren't quite fast enough with the pull. And for some reason I found this, like, Wall-E level pathetically sad. You can see, even in slow-mo, the reaction happens so incredibly fast.
Yeah. That is so sick though. Like even
and I
slow-mo,
apologize for the
like,
gratuitous amount of slow-mo, but this has got to be the coolest thing I've ever filmed.
It's up there. There's so much good stuff that he filmed, but it's definitely up there. Like, look at this shot. Just it by itself as a thumbnail is insane.
And afterwards, it kept oozing this rainbow Play-Doh extrusion thing.
Yo, this is such a mess to clean up. This is... You better hope it evaporates.
It just looked like some kind of whimsical alien landscape.
Yeah, that is not.
And as you can see over time, it just sort of deflates itself. And after that, we went back and ate some dinner and had some amazing and not at all creepy
I'm
Anya
hungry
Fletcher
now.
face
No,
cupcakes, while the crew started prepping for the big
hungry
world record
now.
finale.
No.
And in the vein of cool stuff I would need to have at my birthday party if I was turning 13 years old, I of course had to bust out the Elon Musk flamethrower to light some fire bubbles. And finally, it was back to the front yard to top things off with the most amazing bubble pit ever. It was like belly flopping on a cloud.
No way. Does it actually like not hurt at all? That is so sick.
And at this point, we realized it was taking way longer to fill up than we had calculated. So it was all hands on deck to try and pull this off before the sun went down. Oh, and this is cool. The bubble pit was dual purpose because once emptied, it served as the bunker to give a completely safe front row seat to whatever was about to happen. And so with the flask really close to being filled, Fletcher asked to take a very quick last minute ride in the Tesla because he'd never been in one.
I know. This one.
Okay.
This is in like every video.
You guys are in a Mark Rober video.
Per the request,
Oh my
I
God.
gave them a quick ride.
That is sick.
Autopilot.
Oh my god!
The weird part is I can sit and have a conversation with you, Fletcher, and this feels very freaky, but you trust me. Remember our story, alright? 10 miles an hour tops.
And so with the
Yo.
official measurement drone in the air, our
That
timing
is
was
amazing.
perfect
That
because
is
we made it
awesome.
back
That
just
is
as
so
they were
good.
sealing up the door for the big moment.
Okay, Fletcher, I'm handing this to you officially. To think, you should have been touring a walnut farm right now.
Oh no.
And so after 8 months of planning and so much work by so many people, the coolest birthday present I've ever given
It is,
anybody
by far.
came down to this moment.
Here we go.
So nice.
3, 2, 1.
Oh no, it broke. No. He's gonna probably mention it, or maybe not. I don't know. But this was definitely not the way it was meant to be planned. The way it was meant to work.
Went from the bottom.
Came out the bottom and lifted it up!
Damn. Poor truck.
Hey, what you guys think?
So cool. That exploded from the bottom.
Look at the truck. It's like buried next to it.
What?
Oh!
That is insane. It just goes flying. It's like a rocket ship. What? And bye-bye. Like the last thing you see is a big chunk of foam falling on you. That is so
And I'd just like to
great
point out
looking.
how great that flowing column looks with a perfectly selected outlet diameter. That is, until things got chaotic once the pressure changed drastically from the big rupture.
Yep. He mentioned it. Yep. That looks sick. That looks so sick.
We literally made a rocket ship. I mean, fundamentally, this is how rockets propel themselves. And the actual failure mode wasn't really a floor strength issue as much as it was a stiffness issue. I knew our structure weighed over a ton, so I just didn't consider that the reaction could lift the whole thing 5 feet into the freaking air. And at NASA, that's what we refer to as a critical oversight.
Bro,
but honestly, this result was way more spectacular, plus it leaves room for improvement. And I should also note, even with all that, we still crushed the previous world record by more than double. And so as the sun went down, Science Bob lit up the fire tornado as
a ton is about 20 of me. God damn, that is insane.
a fitting end to the party. I also told Fletcher there was one more thing, which was that with a little help from Dale, he could use some heavy equipment to destroy our beautiful creation.
Oh wow. Just yeet it up.
And so with that, the party was all over.
If this is not the coolest party of your life,
As they drove away, I thought about everything they've
then
been
you're
through for
living the
past
life.
year, and all the people that came together from all across the
That is
country
insane.
to donate their time and energy for a kid they've never even met.
that
And
is
I might
nuts.
not vote the exact same as all of them, but for like 5 inspiring days, none of that stuff mattered. Whenever I find myself short on hope, I find it helps to put my phone down and choose to see the good parts in my fellow humans and be one of the good parts for my fellow humans to see. And
Yep.
so to Fletcher, thank you for being such a good example of holding on to hope amidst really lame circumstances. Happy birthday, buddy, and congrats on your new world record.
Oh my god.
In the end, we used a chemical reaction to basically make a rocket ship. Now, if you want the same experience, only without the 8 months of prep work, you're in luck.
2, 1, liftoff.
Oh! It should come as no surprise that this cool rocket kit
That
comes
is sick.
from my friends at KiwiCo. This is the most expensive video I ever made by a very comfortable margin, and you should know it wouldn't have been possible without their support. And they're the best because they deliver these really cool monthly crates that help kids see themselves as engineers and creative innovators, all while managing to be super fun at the same time. And they all come with these really simple, kid-friendly instructions, plus all the supplies you'll need to put it together, so you know you won't have to make a run to the store. Each one also includes a custom booklet that teaches you practical science and gives you even more experiments you could try with just stuff you got lying around your house. And there's
is
something
nuts.
for everyone because they've got 8 different crate lines for all different ages that cover the full STEAM spectrum from science and engineering to art and design. So if you want to support my channel and get your brain back in shape for school in a way that doesn't involve a screen, you can go to kiwico.com/markrober or use the link in the video description to get your first box free. And this also really
I
does
might have
make
to
for a
check it
great
out.
gift for any young person in your life. So thanks to
Not gonna
KiwiCo
lie.
for being the best, thanks to everyone who just made this the most epic birthday party ever, and thanks to you for watching.
That is insane.
If we can wrap up here, then we'll be able to go back as Mr. Beast. What's up, Jimmy? Yeah, I'm filming. It depends, yeah. Why are you asking me so many questions about elephant toothpaste?
Oh. 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 Alright. That was a sick video. by far, out of the videos that I have reacted to today, this was my favorite one. Mark Rober produces... Okay, look, if there will be a tier of videos, it's all based on quantity and quality. Quality is important just like quantity. Other videos that I have watched, Mr. Meast produces always S tier videos. And he produces them like basically whenever he can, like once every 2 weeks, once every week, depends. Store produces like A level videos for like parkour. I would say definitely A level, maybe S. Like once a week, every day, every week. And then there is Mark Rober. Just imagine like something that is 2 tiers above S. Mark Rober is right there with once a month. He is insane. Oh my god. That was nuts. Oh, that's not what I was meant to do. Wow. Bro. This is insane. This is nuts. Wow. Yo, that was an amazing video. I think you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys watched the original video before coming here and watching the reaction, because this is absolutely insane. He deserves literally every single view possible. And if you found out about this video from me, which is pretty unlikely considering he has like, I would say a solid like 100,000 more times more subscribers than me. About, I would say maybe a little bit less, like 50,000 more times more subscribers than me. So probably very unlikely, but if you did, make sure to at least click the link down below and give this a view. That would be very nice. That would actually be very nice. The reason why, because it's an absolute insane video. Number 4 in trending right now. It should be number 1. I do not know why it's not number 1. So it definitely should get there. That's the 100% definite. So that is gonna be it for me. I recorded 3 videos today. I'm happy. I actually never messed up on this run. Like, I haven't messed up on this run just yet. But thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.
Bring it back down. They think it's a game right now, but it ain't the same right now. Know my name right now. Back where I came from now. We gon' live it up till we bring it back down.